Hello, everybody, and welcome to It's the Liquor Talking right here at Julio's Liquors. We're broadcasting live from Julio's Liquors today. I'm sorry, I just had a glitch on my screen and it just threw me off. Anyways, it's the Liquor
You
Talking.
know what's
It's
throwing
not
me
even
off
doing.
is the amount of kind of events and
Oh
things that
God,
we have coming up. We are
I know. You would think.
a week and a half out from Father's Day.
Yep, gin
There's
rummy.
gin rummy on that day, but then
Yep.
we have other events like the Sake Ono tasting on Thursday the 5th, and Wednesday is a big event with is this what
This
should we?
Wednesday, we're actually going to have, it's actually sold out. We might have some
Oh,
extra
okay,
seats, so keep
all
an
right,
eye on it. But Heaven Hill's coming in. Listen, what threw me off is all the problem I had to go to import the weather for today. So
right,
it would be just like it is on Isla, Scotland, because everybody knows it's Ardbeg Day today. And
right.
we're actually going to be doing a tasting this afternoon with Ardbeg up on the main floor. And they're introducing their new whiskey. And we're going to try that a little later in the show, Smokyverse, and this is part of the Face Isle celebration.
Or the Happy Isle
Yeah, happy hour.
festival.
Everybody has their own day on the island of all the distilleries, and May 31st is Ardbeg Day. So we're
Nice.
going to be celebrating that today. But I'm going to tell you what I really want to celebrate, Randall. I really want to celebrate our next guest. He's
He's
making his way.
always a celebration, at least very much the pomp and circumstance as
There he comes.
El
Making his
Rey,
way
the
to
great one, makes his way to the dais.
Ray, don't kiss that baby.
No, I won't.
All right. All right. And of course, Ray is here this week for the wine of the week. All right. Everybody's got stuff to do. Randall's got to bounce today. Ray's got stuff to do upstairs. So we got some guests coming in. Supposedly, the beverage whisperer himself is going to be here back. Kenny Sadowski is going to come in.
All right.
And then we have John Sheen from Dini's Teenies is going to make his debut on the show today.
Yeah. That's the one
we got
thing.
a lot of things going.
Kenny, I've seen before, but I
You've seen Kenny before?
regret that I'll be on the road for the Dini's Teenies.
Well, you can listen to it on WCRN AM 830.
I will.
While you're doing it. All right,
But
Ray, what do you got for us
Ray
today,
has
Big
brought
Ray?
something.
But yeah, I did bring something. So, we got graduation parties.
Father's Day.
Yeah, Father's Day coming up. So I thought I'd show a white wine from the Loire Valley. For me, a real true expression of what Sauvignon Blanc should be.
Okay.
And this particular producer is called Henri Bourgeois Petit Sauvignon Blanc.
Oh, Randall's going to have a field day with this
Yeah.
name.
2023 vintage. And a lot of people, and I'm one of them, kind of consider this a baby Sancerre in that the price is way below what Sancerre prices are.
This is when we get into the confusion, I think, with a lot of people with especially European wines and predominantly, I would guess, mostly French, is that they don't understand the names of the wines actually are certain grape varietals or a mixture of grape varietals.
Right.
So Sancerre, when you see Sancerre on a label, that is exclusively Sauvignon Blanc, correct?
That is correct. So, as in Italy, as in France, basically, when you look at Sancerre, that's not the grape. That's the little village or commune in the Loire Valley.
Right.
And everything in that zone exclusively can be called Sancerre. Now, French law says that you can only make so much wine per hectare
Okay.
in any particular region. So what do they do with the excess juice that they have? Dump it down the sink?
No.
No. So they
Dump
basically
it into me.
declassify it,
Okay.
put the name
The
Sauvignon
varietal,
Blanc on it,
the
put
revi,
the
the
varietal on it,
yeah,
and sell it at a fraction of the price of Sancerre. So
tastes like Sancerre to me.
yeah, so this is very
To the uncouth palate of Ryan Maloney, it tastes like Sancerre.
if you're having a big crowd over, Ryan, on
Right.
like today is an example of a graduation party, are you going to be opening $30, $40 Sancerres? Probably not. But this one here is normally $14.99. It's discounted today and all of next week, 20% off, which brings it down to about $11.99 a bottle.
Nice.
And it's, like I said, it's very expressive of what Sauvignon Blanc from Loire Valley should be. So you get very floral notes to it. You get a lot of citrus fruit. You get some green apple.
Yeah.
You get some passion fruit on the palate. Very lively acidity, which is great. Nice minerality, nice texture in the mouth. You do pick up some lemon zest and
But it's like drier too. It's one of those things. It's not. It's there's a certain style that Sancerre does their grapes in, which is Sauvignon Blanc.
exactly.
It's that is it stainless steel that they're using?
This is stainless steel. It's aged for about 5 months on the lees.
Yes,
And
that's
that's
the
it.
other part. I
So,
was trying to think of that
it
one.
retains the freshness and the purity of fruit by just stainless steel, no oak. No
Yeah,
oak.
and I think that's the one that gets a lot of people is like, if you pick up, you have to know when you're picking up a Sauvignon Blanc from like a lot of other places, like what type of style it is. Because Sauvignon Blanc can run the gamut. If you start, you can do malolactic fermentation. You can age it in oak, which is going to impart other flavors on this, right?
Yeah,
But
correct.
if you know that you're getting a Sancerre from, from France, you already know that it's on the lees, which gives it that little bit of nuttiness too, on the lees, and it's going to be stainless steel fermented. So you're not going to get really any oak. It's going to be light and crisp and have some really good depth of flavor.
I always mention to people, if you're getting a Sauvignon Blanc, say from California, because of the microclimates in different areas of California, the soil is different than Loire Valley. You're going to get more melon and peach notes. Here, you don't really get that melon. You get more citrusy and green apple, hints of pear on the palate as well.
It's really nice. I like this one a lot. This is for the price point. This is
I
really
mean,
nice.
the everyday price of $14.99
It's not bad either.
Is a great,
It's not
great
bad.
price.
So like
Uh,
2 years ago, like Sancerre was like hard to get and very
Yeah.
difficult. Do you think people knew about this kind of pivot to be able to get a product that tastes very similar, a lot of the same production things, but just because of the volume requirements that's being relabeled as something else? Or is this a reaction to that?
Well, when I talk to people and they're looking for Sancerre, as a matter of conversation, I'll ask them, how do you know about Sancerre? And invariably, they'll tell me either they went to a wine tasting or, more importantly, restaurants are now putting Sancerres on the wine list.
Yeah,
So-
actually, the last time Jennifer and I went out, we both like Sancerres. We actually got a Sancerre.
But I think
We're having fish, too.
that's part of the problem is that restaurant is going to promote Sancerre.
Yes.
The event or whatever, the wine tasting is going to promote Sancerre because they're moving that product. But educationally, people are not going to understand that you could find a value-oriented, similar tasting product because they're not selling the other stuff.
Right.
So I thought that was really fascinating, but I just didn't realize that.
You're saying
that there
basically
was-
more
that you
people
can
would be
buy
like
a
to pick.
thing-
Yeah,
right.
but more people would like to pick this up because it says Sauvignon Blanc than the fact that it's basically a Sancerre.
Right.
Right.
But
Yes.
but you can't really tell if you're selling
Right.
Sancerre, you're not going to tell this story.
Right.
So I think that's fascinating. I definitely learn something every week, but this I learned this week.
Well, Sancerres are getting to be a little tough to get, and the prices have gone up. The last 2 or 3 vintages have been heavily impacted by hailstorms,
During
and
harvest.
yes, and subsequent mildew. So in some cases, Domaine Blondeau, which we just got in the 2024 vintage, there was no vintage last year.
Just
Didn't make
destroyed
any.
it.
They didn't make it.
80% of the crop was gone.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, okay.
Which
So
is
give
going to
us.
just make the thing crazier,
Right.
price-wise and availability-wise.
So when you
Exactly.
find these little gems, you take it home.
Nice.
So we'll tell us the little gem's name and the price point one more time.
Okay, so it's 2023 vintage.
Yep.
Henri Bourgeois Petite Sauvignon
Very
Blanc.
bougie.
Very, very
It's very
bougie.
bougie, as the kids would say.
Petite Sauvignon Blanc. It's, like I said, normally $14.99. Effective today, all of next week, it's basically $11.99 with 20% discount.
All right, Ray. Since you're here, and I know you got to go, and we're almost out of time, I just want to say there is a sake Ono tasting experience presented by Julie Campbell. That's on Thursday, June 5th.
Correct.
And I'd be remiss if I didn't tell everybody that next weekend,
Yes.
Saturday, June 7th, from 2 to 3:30, it's the summertime with summer wines. It's our Julio's Wine Festival. This isn't going to be there, is it?
I'm not sure, Ryan.
Yeah.
I'll have to take a
But
look.
this is like, as Ray said, people don't know about Sancerre. This is how you find out about things.
Yeah.
You go to something like this where it's $10 to go. You get the $10 back in a gift card, and you can bring a friend for free. This is the things you go for. So thank you.
I must tell you one thing, Ryan. When I took a look at the wines on this for the next
Yeah.
week, awesome. These are the epitome of what summer wine is.
Perfect.
Yep.
Perfect.
More of that and that list as we take a quick commercial break here.
That's
We're going to
great.
come back on the other side, and there'll be a change up in the people that are on the podium.
I'm getting rid of
So
you two.
please stay tuned to It's the Liquor Talking.
All right. Thanks, Ray. I know there's no one up in wine today. Ray's gonna go back upstairs.
Yeah.
He is as usual. Ray is the one.
There's
Right.
Wine Child.
This is the wine child.
Yeah.
All right, you got to take off.
Yeah, I was gonna. Okay, all right. Well,
No, I'm saying you got to take off. That's all right. You want to wait till? No. Also, I know the bad guy. He's the one that told me how to leave. Johnny, you want to come up? You want to come up here for now? We'll put Dini. Are you mad at me now? We'll get everything set. Are you mad at me now? I'm just teasing you. We're gonna put him. We're gonna put him over there. I'm sorry for this thing, but we get a lot of change up. We get a lot of people coming in today, and we want to make sure everything's squared away. And here's okay. So I'm gonna put you here. I'm gonna put. Actually, you know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put you here. And I'm gonna put Kenny here. Yeah, we're gonna sip on it. Yeah, absolutely. Why wouldn't we? It's called This Liquor Talk. I'm gonna drink liquor. Hey, get up. We're in between. Get up here.
Yeah.
Ken Sadowski, I know you. All right. I know some bad things about you, but that's, neither here nor there. Get your seat. Get your stuff on. I want to make sure I get your stuff ready. Yeah, well, we're still recording, but yes. Oh, all right. Oh, that's cool. We're definitely gonna. So as soon as he's done, we're gonna bring we'll bring Johnny back down and we'll go through a bunch of stuff. Put your headphones on. What's that?
It's over there.
Oh, it's over there. Randall doesn't like the chair. Don't worry about it.
Which chair doesn't he like? The one I bought?
No, he doesn't like that chair. The other one. We don't let him sit in that chair. We want to make sure that chair is okay when you come back. That's the Kenny Sadowski
He doesn't
chair.
want anything with arms?
No,
He has arms.
No,
Yeah.
we'll see. Listen, Randall had to go to. He's got a big tasting he's got to do today. So
Left-handed.
Johnny will fix it for you.
Thanks, buddy.
Johnny, will
What do I know?
That's no. Well,
We
you're
know you're
left-handed. What do you know? All right, we're getting everything squared away. We're gonna be rocking and rolling in a second here. By the time we're ready, we'll be back on the air. It'll be
Left-handed,
perfect.
but he's right-mouthed.
There you go. You got it in there. Let me hear a little voice from you.
Here we go, guys. Check
All
it
right,
out.
all right.
Here
We're
we
gonna
go. Ryan,
introduce you
Ryan, I
to it.
just want to say it's John Shine, just like the sun. Johnny,
Oh,
Johnny
Shine.
Shine.
Didn't I say Sheen?
Hey, everybody
Shine.
does.
All right, Johnny Shine.
Thank you,
I
sir.
like it. Johnny
Thank you.
Shine.
Right out of Boston, baby. Let's go, boys.
Well, we're very happy. So before this thing gets too chaotic, everybody that's listening,
It's gonna.
I wanted to say, first of all, it's very nice to have Kenny back. His Cabana Boy stint down in Florida is almost over. Almost over.
Really hot.
Yeah, it's really hot down there.
Really hot.
And he's back. So you'll be seeing him a lot more on the show for the summertime. And we're also going to be doing a couple more things. Johnny's going to come up here afterwards. He's going to make us some cocktails. So you definitely want to stay tuned. We got a lot of really cool things going to be happening. We're going to be trying Ardbeg. We got now Randall's gone. We'll taste stuff too. All right, there we go. We're coming back. That's what he said, anyways. What did I pull? Hello, everybody. We're back to It's the Liquor Talking right here on WCRN AM 830. And if you're watching us on Facebook Live, you've said, oh, my God, there's a switch up. Randall had to take off today. He has a tasting he had to go do. Filling in for him, I shouldn't say filling in, actually really back from Florida, is the beverage whisperer himself, Kenny Sadowski. Actually, let me give you he likes to whisper too. Back from his stint in Florida, he's going to be traveling a little bit, but he said he was going to, anytime he was in town, he was going to make sure he was on the radio show. And here he is.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And yeah, I mean, I haven't even been back for 24 hours, so that's how dedicated I am.
Nothing better to do. Writing down the notes. All right. Calling him anytime. All right. And if you're watching us, you'll see also that we have somebody new on the dais today, and that is Johnny Shine, who is the brain behind and the motivation and the energy behind Dini's Teenies, which is a brand new product that's out. We're actually bringing it in. It's coming in next week. So I asked John
What do
if
you
he
mean?
would.
It's right here.
Yeah, we have it right here. So I asked John to come onto the show today and to go through some of the his products with us and tell us a little bit about the story of Dini's Teenies.
Wait, before he does that, I don't see any open vessels for us to
Well,
drink.
we'll have I have
Okay,
plenty
well,
over
I
here.
wanna
So
make sure,
I
just-
got plenty.
I mean, I
We're
don't,
ready.
Here you
I
go.
don't
Here you go.
come because of my paycheck.
Uh,
I come
Let
for
me
the-
know when you're ready, guys.
Oh, he's
I'm ready.
got stuff
We're
down.
ready to go.
All right. Went off rails. Randall left show off rails. Usually Randall's the one that takes us there, but we'll go with
Well,
it.
I'm sitting in his seat.
Yeah, well, that's it. That's probably the problem. All right, John, I want you to tell us, like, what was the drive motivation for coming out with a canned cocktail?
Okay. Well, first, I just left entertainment security after many, many years, running a big theater in Boston, working over 300 shows a year.
Nice.
I haven't seen my wife in about 17 years. But
And that's why you're still married.
That's right. So the pandemic hit. The pandemic hit,
Yeah.
and we didn't know what the next step was going to be,
Okay.
being a pandemic, and we were trying to think of a plan B for ourselves. So at the time, I was very overweight. During the pandemic, I also had bariatric surgery. Got to fit that in with this whole creation. So I did that. We almost did Dini's Cheenies, frozen arancini balls. My wife said, if you're doing all this work for your weight, why are you staying in the food business?
Right.
She said, whatever happened to my martinis? Ding, ding. I went up to the office. Dini's Teenies was created.
All right.
These are my recipes. I've been making my wife and friends for 30 years. We just celebrated. We're on our 30th year right now, Susan and I, my biggest accomplishment.
Where's the Dini's come?
So Dini's is my nickname. Been my nickname
Oh,
since I was
okay.
16 years old. My best friend, Joe McIntyre from New Kids on the Block, gave me that nickname when he was 14. Very close friend of mine to this day.
Nice.
Yes.
Well, where did it come from?
Well, I'm the oldest guy out of my little bunch of guys. So we grew up in JP, right at the monument in JP. 5 generations of wonderful guys in the neighborhood. And it was, what I want to say is,
He's trying to say
I
something
stumped
very
him.
delicate.
Sorry, I
no,
thought I was
no.
asking benign
You got to learn
questions.
how to read the. No. He's trying to figure out how to say this in a good way.
yes, exactly. So great bunch of guys. So what I want to say is it's a great product. It's 4 flavors. Okay, let's go right around that. Okay.
Okay.
So these are
There's only one way to shut Kenny up. Pour him something to drink.
That's it. Let's go. Okay, so these are my recipes, like I said, for my wife, family, and friends. And we came up with this during the pandemic because we needed to think of something to do. There's no retirement in what I was doing. So the day of my last day of work would have been it. There's no 401.
Right.
Okay, so this is it. So these are my recipes I've been making. But then during the pandemic, we thought of this, and I'm going around in circles here, not even getting to the point. So let's get to the point. These are great premium vodka martinis. These are 5 years in the making. Okay, I've only been on the market since September.
Okay.
I've now signed with distribution throughout Massachusetts. We're only in
Atlas
Massachusetts
is
right now.
they signed distribution.
Yes,
with
Rich
Atlas.
Gephardt. Thank you, Rich. Appreciate it, buddy. We just did a tasting last night, and we sold everything out in the store. Just so you guys know, we were at
Nice.
a liquor store around here.
Don't swear in my store.
Okay, I won't. So with that said,
There's other liquor stores. John,
yeah,
did you know about this?
somewhere
I don't know, somewhere.
around
There
here.
were, but
Yeah, never. It sounded like that. It sounded like Bigfoot. Everybody talks about it, but you never see it.
right?
Loch Ness.
So I
monster.
have a few more flavors in this, but we didn't want to inundate the market
Okay.
with it. So we do have a couple of more flavors coming out, one each year for the next few years. But these are our popular ones growing up, hosting
Nice.
our parties and friends. So we have a Cosmopolitan, we have a Lemon Drop, we have a Peach, and an Espresso. All well made, perfectly balanced. There's no burn on these like Mom and Dad's martinis.
Okay.
That was 1 or 2 at best. These
All
are
right.
smooth, perfectly
Nice
balanced.
nose.
Yes, absolutely. Smooth and perfectly balanced.
All right, that's a Cosmo. That's a pretty good Cosmo.
It's a real
Yep,
Cosmo.
that's a Cosmo.
Sex in the City's got nothing on me on this one, buddy. These are great.
What's the ABV here?
It's a 10% can in a 200 ml can, so it's a 20 proof. But they're so perfectly balanced, there's no burn like mom and dad's. That was 1 or 2 at best. These are trouble. These are all day long. I wanted to make these.
You
so we
you
could
drink.
sip in the pool.
What he's basically going to say is you'd have 4 or 5 of them, Kenny, before you realize you were done.
Well, I wanted it so if Kenny and I were to sit by the pool, we'd each have a 4-pack and be okay after that. You know what I mean, right,
Yeah.
Ken? We'd be right up our right
Sounds
where we
good to
want to
me.
be. Right where we want to be. All right, next we have the lemon
I don't know
drop.
if they have pools here.
Come on.
They got a lot in
We
Miami.
gotta find them. We
They
gotta
got a lot in
find them.
Miami. No. So what's this next
This
one
is
again?
lemon drop.
Lemon drop.
Lemon
All
drop.
right.
Now, as you
So
know,
lemon drop
So
was
should
a
I
big.
drop it or should I
No,
hand
do not
to
drop
you?
it.
do not drop it. As
The
you know-
lemon drop's still big. Lemon drops were big when I used to go out like in the olden days. Like I would go out and the guys would hit the club and you'd order like a lemon drop.
I'm making them big right now.
Making
buddy.
them big again.
So,
Bring
lemon
'em
drop
back.
martini, not too sharp, not too sweet or too sour. You want that subtle lemon with that premium vodka washing it down. Exactly what
That's
happens.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know
what
what?
happens.
You know what I like. I got to say this, John. Is the taste is lemon. A lot of times you get that chemical, almost and Kenny will know what I'm talking about. You get almost that ammonia type like taste, like with fake lemon that
It's an,
comes
it's
out.
an
You know?
artificial flavor.
Right.
It's an artificial flavor. I have one of the best flavor houses in the country, which I'm very proud of. And it's
Are they in Kentucky?
no, they're not.
All right, what's the next one?
Next one,
Okay,
peach.
no, so Kenny saying that this is going to be a difficult one because peach is another one of those flavors that can go either way. It tastes either like a real peach or it goes off the rails and it tastes like a mutated Jolly Rancher.
You hit it right on the
All right.
nose. And that's exactly what I was avoiding.
Well, you were trying to go for the mutated Jolly
No,
Rancher?
no.
I thought-
I was avoiding that.
oh, he's avoiding
was
that one.
avoiding
All
He
right.
that.
was going to hit you right in
No,
the nose.
my lemon, my peach is great. So this peach right here, guys,
I've heard that story before.
this peach right here, I win people over on this. I have people come to the tasting tables and they say, I'm not a peach person at all. I say, just let me give you a sip and you try it. And they end up buying it.
Good.
Right?
The lemon's better.
The lemon is better, but
Lemon's a
this is
better-
not. Yeah, but that's because you like citrus, though. I know you.
But as
Yeah,
you,
but this is not a bad. This is not. And it. By the way, I was worried about it being a little too sweet, and it is a little sweeter, and I think that's what you're talking about. But it's not. It's not cloying sweet.
No.
You know, I think this is a lot less sweet than, let's say, like a fuzzy navel type drink.
oh,
would be.
absolutely.
It's
Yeah,
good.
Absolutely.
It's good. I like it.
Absolutely.
Not bad.
Thank you.
I'll give it the New England seal of approval.
Oh, I like
Yeah.
that.
You know
Not
that one?
bad.
Not bad.
Not
It's
bad.
not
Appreciate
bad.
that.
Yeah, because you can't say it's
John
good.
John will know if you live in New England. Getting the we only use negatives to describe positive.
Nah, there
Not
it is.
bad.
There it is.
There you go.
That's my upbringing.
All right. So now we got this is the espresso
This
martini.
is the espresso, real espresso. As you see, I'm starting the relationship off on the right note by not having anything creamy coming out of a can.
That's true.
I don't know who thought of that one, but either way. So this is my blend of espresso in here. Everything's patented and trademarked, which I'm very proud of. But this espresso, I do have a little sweet caramel element in it that puts that sweet on the back of your
Yep.
tongue, which washes down that premium vodka.
Well,
And it's-
sometimes the problem a lot of I see with a lot of the espresso martinis is I don't want it overly sweet, but a lot of them what they'll do is they'll have that bitter edge or that bitter finish
Or sour.
or sour. Sour is
It's-
another one
it's-
that's been
it's
popping
the,
up.
It's the coffee they're using and everything. It's all about the balance on these, which helps
There's
helps
a
the
pretty,
product so much.
that's a nice little
And
lineup.
I can't figure out if the sour I'm getting is from the coffee or from the peach.
No,
that I had
there's
just
you
before
have
it.
to you have to wash the peach away
Yeah,
to
yeah,
get the
Mm.
yeah,
coffee
yeah.
on that. I noticed that too.
I avoided the bitterness
That's why I
in,
took a
in the
second one.
espresso. Yeah, exactly.
Is that why? That's the excuse you're
Yeah.
using today?
Yeah.
That's the second one. He didn't have his coffee
If I
this
have a
one.
third,
Yeah, then we know. Then we're all in trouble. All right. So is this the complete lineup? The four?
The complete lineup for right now. So we
Cool.
have one flavor coming out each year for the next 4 years, and then we're going to be complete with our strategy.
What is the suggested retail around this retail price for the 4-packs?
So right now, suggested is $13.99, but people are getting $12.99 for it. My price points are right on mark for both sides, which people are very happy about.
Well, that's good. I think that's a nice sale if you can get 4 of those in that price range, and they're 10%. Because some of them you got to, and this is what a lot of people don't look at, and you have to sort of look at the price you're paying in comparison to the ABV. Because, yeah, sure, I've seen some that are a little bit cheaper, but they're usually like 5%. and I've seen some more expensive, but they may be higher.
That's right.
So when you're comparing these things out there, just don't look at the size of the bottle. It's not the size that counts. It's the alcohol in it, and that's really sort of the gauge you should be looking at what you're spending on. And I do like the fact, John, that you used like vodka to make these.
Yeah.
We get a lot of people, and Kenny will attest to this. We have a lot of people using, they're fermenting malt, and it's a fermented product and not a distilled product, and that does make a big difference. There's no weird aftertaste on any of these, I think, because you're using the vodka.
I don't have a lot of fake of anything of that. The aspartame taste, all those aftertaste.
What are you using for the sweetness? Are you using it?
I have real sugar in there.
Okay.
Real sugar in there.
Everybody everybody goes, man, like you go into a really good steak place and you're like, man, that steak was really good. I wonder what they're doing. They're putting butter on it. But why? Because it makes it taste good. I mean, there's just certain things that you sort of, you got to sort of take along for the ride. That's why it tastes so good.
That's right.
There's certain things that we like as humans, and sugar is one of them, unfortunately. Don't drink 12 of them. Modify everything you do in your life.
That's right. And you won't have to with these. These are perfect, perfectly balanced. Like I said, once you taste them, you're going to like them. They're easy to drink. There's no burn. Like everybody, people walk into the store and say, oh, I don't like martinis. Well, you haven't tried my martinis. Everybody goes right to mom and dad's martinis where it was nothing but fire on the aftertaste with that vodka burning everything down. It didn't need to happen. So,
well, I'll let you know. We're going to be having these in the store. John himself is going to be coming by and doing some tasting. So keep an eye out for that. John, I want to thank you very much for that.
Today?
He's not doing them today.
No,
Yeah, you got some right now.
This afternoon?
This afternoon.
these are all for you guys.
So he's going to come back.
All right,
and
I'm
start
leaving.
See you later.
Come on, Kev.
See you later. All right, we got to take a break. We'll be back. John has to go. He's got another engagement that he's got to go to. And you're going to stick around, right, Kenny?
I'm sticking around, but I was hoping John would stick around till
He's leaving these for you.
No, but I want to hear the real story, and I can't hear it on the air, apparently.
Well, we're going to break right now, right? So
All right, we'll go to break. We'll go to break. Here, we'll go to break. No one listens to it. We actually do a show in between. But anyway, we'll be right back to It's the Liquor Talking. Johnny on the spot says he's going to come in and put this thing back on track. All right.
Impossible.
Impossible.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
That was great.
We're good. Thank you, John.
Thanks,
I
man.
appreciate it, man. Thank you. And I'll talk to you soon. We'll get all this stuff out of here.
Stump me. That
All right. Well, that's okay.
Sorry.
We get you.
I thought it was the most obvious
I- it was the
question.
most obvious question. It was the most
founder
obvious
story?
question. That's all right. All right. All right. Thanks, John. Thank you, Sam. Thanks, sir. All right.
Call
Well,
me
look.
anytime you want to talk.
Take care.
No, we'll get it. We got it. John's coming back. Sure. Thank you. I appreciate that. Absolutely.
Take the
Thank you.
water. It's good for hydration.
Yeah. Take the water with you. Take the water with you. Oh, thank you so much.
Take care.
Thanks, John. Thank you. John Shine, everybody. Thank you. All right. We got a minute.
All right, can we make up a story about what?
So many years ago, there was a young boy.
Far away.
There was a young boy, and I had it. Where did my hat go? I had a hat for you. Oh, here it is.
Oh, thank you.
Well, we're getting that. They're coming in today, so I figured you might want one of those. All right,
I'm wearing a Pacers hat.
I liked it. Yeah, that's
we
good.
need to beat the Knicks tonight.
That's true. But wait a minute, is that going against? Let me ask you a question, because you're a big basketball fan.
Big.
So the Celtics are out of it.
Yes.
Now, don't we now want our division to win?
No, it's like in baseball. My two favorite teams are the Red Sox and anyone that beats the Yankees.
Starts on Monday at 7:10 during every Red Sox game.
All right, we're gonna see it.
Was it something I said?
Yeah,
He
well,
came back.
keeps coming back. Johnny, you gotta go, buddy. You gotta go. We're having a radio show here. All right, we'll talk to you later. All right. Oh, we're taking a
Oh.
picture. All right. Put your headphones back on, John.
So, Rick Carlisle's a Worcester Academy guy,
Yep.
so that's why we have to pull for the Pacers.
Oh, okay. All right. That's perfect. All right, let's get a picture. All right, get dead air.
How many pictures are we doing
All
here?
right, Johnny's got them all. All right. This is the problem when you have two Johns get together. All right, let's. When we come back, we're gonna come back. I'm going to take a break. Come back. And we're going to do the,
I just got here.
yeah, we're going to do the question of the show. Maybe the drink of the show. I don't know. We might be off the rails. All right, here we go. Johnny's coming. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to It's the Liquor Talking right here on WCRN, AM 830. John Shine just took off. He is a whirlwind of energy and excitement. He's going off to his next thing. His product is going to be in here next week. He's coming back for tastings. Please check juliosliquors.com. Look out at tastings and events. When John is coming, we will announce it because you want to be here. Are you okay?
I'm better than good, but I would like to just, tell you that the espresso might not be here when I leave because it might be with me. And I do like that white hat that he left. So that one might be.
All right, that's your hat. That's your hat. Dini's Teenies. And the beverage whisperer himself will be advertising Dini's Teenies wherever we go. You know what we should do? I think he left us too. Maybe when we go to the Red Sox game, we should wear the hats.
He left us
We
tree.
should go, yeah, but we should wear it at the Red Sox game.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, I just got back to Massachusetts.
Yeah.
And the Red Sox won last night.
Maybe that's a sign. Maybe you can get to go to the games now.
It's because I went to 2 of the Baltimore games and lost them both. I jinxed
Yeah,
it.
John.
All right, get out of here.
All right. Wait,
Out.
listen. All right, here. Are we back? Are we on the air?
Yes, we are.
We are. All right, let's go. Let's go with the question of the show. You guys ready for the larceny question of the show?
Yes.
All right. What brand of cocktail guides was the primary source of cocktail lore for decades from its first edition in 1935?
Old Mr. Boston.
That's your question? That's your answer?
No, that's my answer.
All right. I thought you were asking me a question. I think we're calling Mr. Boston.
Is it multiple choice?
It's a multiple choice, but if you want to
Is
go
that
with
one
Mr.
of the-
Boston,
is that one of the choices?
Sort of. Sort of. Not really, but sort of.
Okay.
You want to take it?
So there's got to be
It's
one
Mr.
that came out before
Frisco's.
then.
Mr. Frisco's,
Yep.
Mr. Manhattan's, Mr. Boston's,
Yeah.
or Mr. Chicago.
Oh,
Chicago. Oh, you missed
C.
it last week.
C.
You missed it last week. We had barrel aged Malort.
This is a true thing.
To the audience, Boston. All right. Of course, the answer is Mr. Boston. Come on, let's not be silly. I didn't even ask John. John made up that question.
I just put the old in there because of my memory being old.
There you go. Hey, so we had a bunch of stuff going on, and I love the fact that John Shine came in and did this really, had us try Dini's Teenies. Johnny on the spot's trying them right now.
Yeah, they're good.
But today is Ardbeg Day. For those who did not know, it's part of the Feast Isle celebration, and it's every distillery has their day. And today on Isla, I imported this weather for you. You're welcome.
Perfect.
To have this, but it is Ardbeg Day, and they're going to be here at 1:00 this afternoon, tasting the new whiskey, Smokeaverse.
Yep, Smokeaverse.
John, have you already had it?
I got to try it this morning.
Ah,
And,
you snuck it in there.
Yeah, of
Little
course
sneaky little devil.
I did. And
And John brought us over some.
one of
Johnny
my-
on the spot brought us over some cocktails.
One of my favorite summertime cocktails.
I gotta bring
drink
you up.
these poolside all year long.
Paloma?
It's called, I call it an Ardbegarita. And actually, I got this recipe, or actually, it's not the exact recipe, but they had made these for the Ardbeg drum.
Oh, the one was done with rum.
Yeah. So when they did that one, this is one of the cocktails that they served. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta have that.
Yeah, you tweaked this a little bit though.
So this is
Listen to the
pineapple juice,
pineapple juice.
fresh lime juice, agave syrup, and I usually use Ardbeg 10, but on this one I used the NO.
And no,
And
You know?
I didn't measure because
Who knew?
who knew? I knew. I know.
I just had to figure it out.
This is really good. I like this.
I
Do you
love
like
these.
this?
Yep.
I
Well
like the little
done.
smoke to it. It's like
Yeah.
I like smoked pine. I like barbecued
Yeah.
or cooked pineapple. This sort of reminds me of that.
Pete's.
Yeah, it's
Pete's.
They're,
Pete's.
they're sneaky too because it doesn't taste like there's a lot of alcohol in here.
But there is.
There definitely is.
What do you think? Do you like this one?
Yes.
I was thinking when I was tasting, I was like, you must like this one because you're a big Stoli Doli fan.
Yeah.
And
Well,
this has
can
got
I-
some of that thing in it.
I hate to do this to the Capitol Grill because I love them, but I just went to one in Indianapolis because Rick Carlisle invited me to a game.
right at the
and-
Pacers.
and they said they're no longer Stoli Dolis, they're just Dolis. And I drank one and I said, I can tell.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
But I mean, I've had 10,000 of them, so I don't know if a mere mortal could tell the difference.
For your highly trained
I
palate.
was like, this is not a Stoli Doli.
Mm.
And by the way, on the really positive side for the Capitol Grill in Indianapolis, first of all, they're awesome people. You can have Go Cups in Indy. So I walked from my hotel.
There you go.
The hotel is called the Conrad Hilton, and you can take Go Cups. So I took a Stoli Doli to go to the
No, you took
Pacers game
a
that I went to.
Dolly to go.
Yeah, oh, that's right. I took a Doli to go. Sorry. But the other thing is, it's the only Capitol Grill in the chain that is open for breakfast because the Conrad would not let them be the hotel in
that's
the
true.
restaurant
Yeah.
unless they open for breakfast.
Can you have steak and eggs?
You can have
Damn,
steak and eggs,
now
and they're
going.
better than good.
Yeah. You had steak and eggs, didn't you?
I did. I don't even eat that much red meat, but I was like, when in Rome, do as the
All
steak and eggs
protein.
do.
Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? All right. So we are rooting. Kenny's told us our assignment is to root for the Pacers. So anybody who doesn't like that, I'm sure I'll hear about it on Facebook.
Rick Carlisle's a Worcester Academy guy.
Worcester Academy guy. You're right.
He's a Worcester Academy guy. I'm a Worcester Academy
so
guy.
there
We
you
got to
go.
stick together.
Stick together through all types of weather. All right. Well, that's cool. All right. So we got a bunch of other stuff that I wanted to talk to you about today because I knew you were going to be back. And I'm talking about getting like martinis and your martinis to go and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you remember me talking about this, but I think it's funny that it's all coming to the highlight now. So there is a decrease in the consumption of alcohol. We've seen it. We've seen it on sort of all the levels, on and off premise. So I mean, restaurant and bars, liquor stores. We've sort of seen this, and everybody says, "Well, what do you attribute it to?" And look, there's quite a few factors. There's the economy. There's the rise of cannabis. There is just the new generation not being so much into drinking. And then one of the things that I said, "What's that?"
Health and wellness
health and
devices.
wellness, right? And then and the other one that I said was Ozempic, because 1 in 8 people is on Ozempic. And I said, it does curb. As a matter of fact, they're looking at it right now to actually curb people's desire for alcohol. So I always said this. So I just saw this this article that had come out by Christopher Cameron. And it's martinis are shrinking in New York. Welcome to the world of tiny Ozempic cocktails, where a sip costs $10. So what they're doing is they're making smaller cocktails. Now, I know you're a man about town, and you go to like all these places, and you had your Dolly to go. And what do you think about this? Because now drinkers are motioning for a cocktail reformation, specifically smaller aperitifs suitable for shrinking stomachs and health conscious in the post-Ozempic world. And that's sort of his trend that he's going for. It's a trend towards moderation, which I've always been a proponent of. Is like, listen, you don't need to overdo it. Have something.
What
fun.
do I think of this? I think the three of you, including the studio audience, owes me $30.
Well, John, this is sort of what I'm getting at. Johnny's been actually serving us cocktails in small sizes on the show, and I think they're a little bit bigger than this, but I don't think by much.
Yeah.
All
right.
Have you seen this?
I mean,
have you seen like sort of this happening, maybe
No.
in Miami or anything like that?
I have not seen it happening, but I mean, Jim Cook said something in the middle 80s that was the reason for being for Sam Adams, and it's holding true today, and it's drinking better, drinking less.
Right.
And so this is just another manifestation or display of it, and I think it does make sense. And the other thing is, it has the ramifications of assisting people with their total bar bill as well. Because like you said a $10 martini that's a mini. Well, in Miami or in New York City, those are $25 drinks.
Right.
So now if they're $10, it plays into both of those things, the macroeconomic component and, as the moderation component.
I think there's also that same thing is like when you get and we were talking about steakhouses. Steakhouses went to these huge martinis, if you remember, right? They went to these really big martinis, and they did these oversized ones. Mm-hmm. And one of the things I like about cocktails, I think this is also why I like John's cocktails so much, is that there's nothing like when the cocktail is first served to you, and you take that first sip,
fresh.
it's fresh, it's cold, it's just exactly the way it's supposed to be. And if you make them too big, they're not for pounding. We're not making shooters here, so they're not for pounding. You're supposed to be drinking them. So when you get down to the last, let's say third or whatever, they are warmer. They don't taste as fresh as when you started the cocktail out. And I think that can also play into this. And the other one is, and it said it here in the article, is the glassware is all Instagrammable. You know what I mean? So people are liking the fact that they can order several ones. They're taking pictures of their drinks. They're throwing them on their Instagram. And economically, we're looking at the fact that you can buy these smaller martinis at like $10, and like you said, the other ones are 25. It's not a half.
On the flip side of that,
I mean, they're making more money on these smaller cocktails. They should be.
That's what
it's also have to adjust the glassware because people are going to think they're getting ripped off.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They're getting these Instagrammable, really cute glasses to put them in to make it look good. But that it's less than half of a regular martini because you can just tell by the price point. If you're charging $21 and you're doing $9 a pop for these little ones, it's not just double. And I want to know how many. And my follow-up question to some of these bars would be, how many are they having?
That's my question.
All right. So if you have 4 of those, or you would have 2,
you're making more money at the bar.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what they're in business for. Let's put it that way.
Yep.
But I think it's nice for the bartenders because they could probably actually sort of control the crowd a little bit better and what they're drinking, so people aren't getting out of control.
Was that 2?
You've already had 2, sir.
Yep, you're done.
I had these wee tiny little drink, right? But these are some of the things that you're going to start seeing now, I think. I mean, I would think a bar that does tapas food and mini cocktails, right? Share them all, and then everybody gets their own little cocktail. You could do flights of cocktails with these, too, right?
Yeah.
All right, we got to take a little bit of a break, and then when we come back, we got some other drinking to do. I think you're into that, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to finish up John's cocktail right now. It's the Liquor Talking right here on WCRN, and we'll be back after these commercial messages. Or if you're on Facebook, you just stay tuned. We're going to stay here. I like these, Johnny.
Yeah. This is
really good.
One of my favorite summer cocktails. I do make these at home all summer long.
John you did a cocktail thing. We're going to do these. John just made a cocktail for, like a wine cocktail seminar this Thursday.
Who was whining?
Everybody was whining.
There's no one who's not whining. Department was whining.
Do you want us to pour those? Let's try these.
Sure.
What did you bring in for Kenny's homework today? You're just back, and I'm already doing your homework.
New investment.
New investment.
Spiked aid.
It's alcohol.
This one's called Electric.
Vodka.
Electric
Vodka.
Red.
All right.
Electric Red. What this
How
one?
much? What's the
had
ABV on
names.
these?
4.5.
4.5. Okay.
Lucky guess. I mean, I read the label before I came in.
So tell me sort of the idea behind these.
Okay, so
I got one. She's got one.
Oh,
You're good.
sorry.
That's yours.
I was thinking it was green already.
What's the idea behind these?
Well, I mean, the idea is it's not carbonated. So just think about like specifically in hot weather when you could be having like Gatorade and vodka.
Okay, so these are
non-carbonated.
These are electrolyte,
Zero sugar.
zero sugar. Okay.
Says
Cannot make claims. Cannot make any health claims.
claims.
The original
Well, but they
name,
do contain electrolytes.
yes, the
Okay,
original
that's
name was Spiked IV, and the
No.
TTTB said
Tastes like Hawaiian Punch a little bit.
It definitely has that. The
tropical
nose.
fruity.
What's the nose on it, John? Though
I think
it's
it's that
like
Hawaiian
fruit.
Punch.
No, it's Hawaiian Punch, but it's almost. I want to say fruit.
tropical punch.
Tropical Jello is the one I'm looking for. The
yeah,
Jello.
Yeah, it could
tropical Jello.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it though. So I know you can't claim any health benefits, or nor will I put you to the test. But the idea is sort of a little bit of alcohol, but a little bit of that. So loss of sweat stuff, so electrolytes and stuff like that.
Yep.
No, there's no like energy part of this though, is there?
No.
This isn't like Red Bull and vodka type thing.
Correct.
John,
It's not like Four Loko.
I'm going to let Ryan pour the next one because I'm out of cups.
All right. Well, I got cups, so I will definitely do the next one for you. Actually, I got bigger cups.
Oh, now I have more cups.
Yes.
What?
Please, it's Ted. No one can hear Ted except for us.
There are 3 people on the.
We thank the Lord every day that that's the case. That we're the only ones that really hear Ted. I think on the podcast you can hear Ted, but I'm not sure. All right. So here's the other one. Now this one is electric green, and the other one is what?
Electric red.
Electric red.
We had some different names, and I say we. I'm a very small investor in this thing, but the guy who created this is really sharp guy.
Smells like limeade.
It's lemon lime Gatorade, like almost to a T.
It's the original Gatorade.
Yeah.
And I
the new
the
Gatorade is different than what you get now.
Yeah.
By the way, so point that out.
It's
good.
The flavor house that did this, I know,
Okay.
and that's why I was asking.
I'm going to read you the thing here. 0 sugar, so no carbonization, and bold, refreshing vodka drink that's 0 sugar, gluten-free, and just 100 calories. That's a pretty good 100 calories because that's what size is this? 12 ounces.
Yep.
Yeah.
Clean, crisp, and always ready to bring the fun no matter where you are. And this would fall into my category of RTGs, ready to go.
Correct.
And
there's
it's in a
4
can.
flavors, and they're an 8-pack, and they're not in Massachusetts yet, but they're starting in New Jersey.
All right. I don't know why Jersey gets everything, but we'll go with it. All right. Here we go.
That's where the people are from.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to It's the Liquor Talking right here on WCRN AM 830. Joining me on the dais today is, of course, Kenny Sadowski, the beverage whisperer, and Johnny on the spot, our own John Hendricks.
Hi, Randall Bird out there in radio.
Yeah,
land.
Randall's on his way. He's probably still in the car.
He's still listening.
He may be listening. Over the break, we tried these new drinks that are not in Massachusetts yet, but Kenny always brings us his own work, and they're called Spiked Aid. Powered by vodka, electric green, and we had electric red, and very flavorful. No carbonization, 0 sugar, 100 calories for 12 ounces. Get a little bit of electrolytes and stuff in there. These are tasty.
Yum.
This one tastes, the electric green, we pointed out during the break, the electric green tastes exactly like Gatorade, but not the Gatorade you get now, the original Gatorade.
Yes.
So those of you who are old enough like us remember the original Gatorade did taste different, and this is really good. And the funny part about the original Gatorade was very, very close to Mountain Dew.
And now owned by the same people.
Oh,
interesting.
Nice.
See how that comes around?
Pepsi.
It comes around, yeah.
No Coke, Betsy.
No Coke, Pepsi. All right, well, we might have to try that with a little bit of, I think, some White Dog and some of this might get mixed in. Should have used White Dog instead of vodka. Anyways, I want to do the drink of the show because we haven't gotten to it yet. And this is sort of silly that we haven't gotten to it yet. And you're going to like this one. This is the last of the Project X from Penelope. Just came in this week. It only hit the floor a day ago, and we're already down to 3 cases. This is how fast this one went.
Maybe less by the time this is.
By the time this broadcast is over.
Yeah.
We did a one. Now, they're all the same base bourbon. And the finishes are different. We did one in Oloroso cask, Oloroso sherry cask, one in cognac cask. Those are sold out. Both of those are sold out. We were waiting on the PX cask, which is in now. We call it's PXX for the X project. And this is the lock and key versions of them. We were fortunate enough to get all 3 of what Penelope was doing. And here, gentlemen, start your engines. You guys get to try this out. This was very, very popular. We, as you can see, but we only have about 3 of these things left, 3 cases left.
I just want to say it's no one's business what's in my mug.
There you go.
I got to put that out there.
Yeah, it's no one's business. But in New England, it's no one's business. But we're happy to tell you today that it's Penelope Lock and Key PXX. Limited edition. Just came out. And, of course, Pedro Jimenez finished bourbon. What do you guys think?
Vote
Wow.
for Pedro.
Vote for Pedro.
Well done.
You know, this tastes as good as when we tried it. This is really good. And I understand why everybody's bopping to get this one.
It's chewy. Oh yeah.
So the deal was we had Danny here, was the original founders of Penelope, and he was here, and we were going to pick out a barrel, and we get to choose from which finish we wanted was supposedly the barrel we got. And you could do it as a full barrel, you could do it as 20 cases. So we're tasting them. The room's divided about in thirds. So I asked the question, I said, can we get all of them? And he's like, sure. So rather than everybody hunt around, they could get them all at Julio's. The only problem is the PXX was a little delayed.
And almost everybody got all three because they're all that good.
But it's one of those type of things you worry about people collecting things, John. But in this case, there were 3 different flavor sensations.
Yeah.
Which was awesome.
I'm drinking those.
So these are brand new out. They won't last long. They're, I believe, $69.99. And
the other ones are sold out already.
The other ones are gone. So I'm thinking by probably the end of the weekend, there might be a case left, if that. Maybe. All right. So from the Great Roads of Penelope, we hope to do another project with them soon. This one went through so fast, I expect my phone to be ringing this week. Or I might have to call them, but we'll get it done. What do you think, Ken?
It's really smooth. Really well done.
Yeah, the flavor components on this one are
It's got a great
excellent.
texture to it too. It's like
I know.
chewy.
Yeah.
It's
It's so
fantastic.
funny to think that they all had the same base whiskey. And these were all just different finishes that did this. Since Randall's not here, you guys want to eat something?
Yeah.
I've had that before. That was last summer's LTO also.
We're not as connected as you are, Kenny.
You mean you can't walk over in the other side of the parking lot to
No,
Stop
I
and
can't.
Shop?
No, I can't. No, I
All
can't.
right.
All right.
I will put you in a cart and wheel you over there.
So the funny part is a friend of mine posted these on Facebook, and I go, "Where'd you get them?" He
They
goes,
are good.
He goes, "What do you want?" I go, "Well, I was going to get some for the radio show." And he says, "Okay." He dropped by and dropped off a bag for us. He said, "I'll get them for you." I don't know where he got his. I want to say
I mean, this is
it
now.
could be everywhere,
This,
but
I was going to say this is now Pepperidge Farm, which is owned by Campbell's, which is pretty pervasive. I'm
Yeah.
good. I'm not
you good?
yeah.
Oh! I already had those. I'm sorry.
No, I mean I can't stop eating them.
Oh, I see. And once you start, you
That
can't stop.
portion control would not be good for me.
Well, if I only give you this much, then
Nope,
you'd have no.
nope,
All
nope,
right, all right.
nope.
You missed your temptation.
Because then he's going to grab the whole bag.
I know he's
And,
gonna grab
and I
it.
can see why, because these are really good.
They're really good.
These are really good.
And I will. Can I give another plug to Old Bay?
Sure can.
In Roach Brothers, they had the Virginia peanuts with Old Bay seasoning.
I can't have those. John
he
can have those.
He was mentioning it for me. It's all about me.
That's all about John.
It's all about me all the
But
time.
That's really
technically,
good.
Peanuts are legumes. You could have them. Or
I
no,
can
you
have
can't.
legumes. I can't have peanuts.
Ah, okay.
It's really weird. Don't ask me why my stupid body does this, but I
But I'll
can't.
see you. We're still going on Wednesday, and I can buy peanuts.
You can
if I
buy
need.
as many peanuts as you want. Kenny and I go to the game, and Kenny walks by the peanut vendor,
Nikki.
and what's
Mickey
his
the
name?
Nut.
Mickey the Nut.
Nikki. No, Nikki.
Nicky the Nut. And he walks away with like bags of
I got to keep
peanuts.
Nikki in business.
Well, no, I
And
get
by
it.
the way,
You can't have a sausage guy.
and I can't really say this, but I don't want to support the Hampton people who make the ones that are in Fenway Park. I think they're just not as good.
Well,
It's
that's a legit reason.
Yeah.
If somebody's doing something locally and you want to support that, goes for anything. If somebody's doing something locally and you want to support that, then you put your money where your mouth is. Help them out. That I applaud you,
And
because
but-
that's the thing. A lot of people don't do that, and then they go, "Oh, I wonder what happened to Nicky the Nut."
yeah.
And then like, "Oh, I forgot. Every time I went to the game, I didn't buy his peanuts."
Right. I didn't
Okay.
support him.
Didn't
The
support him.
only time I can advocate not buying from Nicky the Nut when you're going to a Red Sox game is if it looks like it's going to rain, because he's still using paper bags, and if it rains, they're just gone.
You ever heard of nano bags? You can carry them in your pocket. They're really tiny, and you just like put them in one of those.
Oh,
There you
okay.
go.
I'm
I'll
gonna
see if I
need
can
one of
get.
those.
I'll see if I can get you one. I think I have one at home. I'll get one. These are really good.
Right.
All right, we got a little bit of time left.
What's the brown stuff we didn't even try yet?
I got other brown stuff. You want some more brown stuff?
Yeah, no. What is?
No, I poured you an extra
No, we put you
espresso
an
martini.
espresso.
Oh, I was
Because
like,
you
what?
were-
I was
because
waiting.
because you were.
He's trying to keep you happy.
That's what I was doing.
We're gonna
Always
try.
happy.
We're gonna try the Ardbeg Smokeaverse when they come this afternoon. If you guys want to try that, that's fine. But once you do that, you're
Is that this one?
on your. Yeah.
Yes.
You know what we're gonna do instead?
No.
Because I know. Because this is. I thought of Kenny when I saw this.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is a new lager that just came out from the. It's on its own company, but it's actually I think Jack's Abbey, and the name used to belong to Wormtown. So there's
Yeah,
a
I
little
was gonna
thing in
say,
here.
There
Right.
was a mass.
Well, they own both of it now. So here it is.
Okay.
They came out with this. It's a light beer from here is the title. It's Masshole Light Lager. And it's got a picture of a seagull on the front flying away with a slice of pizza. I think a French fry would have been better, but
Yes.
I will give him I'll give him that.
A freedom fry.
A freedom fry. But this is 4.2. It's a light lager, so I figured we would try it.
And
It's not supposed to go like it's supposed to be like, Coors Light, Miller Lite, that type of thing.
Is it true that the water is from the Gulf of America?
No, I think this one would be I think this one would be somewhere where we wouldn't want the water from, but that's okay.
Now, as far as I'm concerned, it's the massholes that own the roads. Is that true?
Yeah, that's true.
No, I think that's the pothole.
That's
The
a bottle.
potholes. So,
So try
Well, we
this out.
didn't do the toast for the drink of the day, so let's
No, here,
toast to the
toast,
Masshole Light.
Masshole
Yeah.
Light.
I've been called that about 4 times today, Masshole Light.
I can see the Masshole part, but the light.
public service announcement: stay away from the Pike today
And tomorrow.
and tomorrow.
All right, that's a good light beer. That's
Yeah,
a good.
that's
That's
a
a good
good-
light lager.
I would
There's
drink
nothing wrong
that.
with that.
I would drink that for multiple reasons.
They
but
should
the
serve this at
name would be
Fenway. They
first.
should serve this at Fenway.
I think the term that they would use is crushable.
Yes. You know what the funny part was is people. Somebody said to me, they go, "Well, you could really only sell that here in Massachusetts." I go, "Hell no! You could sell this in Florida.
Oh,
you could
yeah.
sell this. I mean, there's snowbirds. and
Polar
stuff.
Seltzer sells in Florida.
Florida,
because
just as
we're
fine.
Just to the mass.
Trust me, the rest of the country knows who we are.
No, there's a lot of people that have no idea.
This is good. I like this. All right, we're out of time. We're not really out of liquor. We'll have to
We're out
save
of
for the-
rails.
We'll have to say we're off the rails. We'll have to save that for the next time. I want to thank everybody for coming by tonight. Do not forget, next weekend is the Summer Wine Festival. We'll have our show before that and remind everybody. And coming up the day before Father's Day, of course, is Gin Rummy here at Julio's Liquors. Go to juliosliquors.com and go to the events page to find out all the pertinent information.
I love gin rummy.
Gin Rummy is about.
Thank you. Stay
Thank you.
safe.
Stay safe, everybody. Don't drive the Pike today.
Watch out for assholes.
Yeah. All right. See you later, bub.
Thanks, Ted.
Thanks, Ted. I'm going to stop you on that. Take him off, and we'll get off of Facebook.
Is that the cocktail?